Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the September 18th business meeting of the Daytona Beach Community Redevelopment Agency, that is our CRA. We are delighted to have each of you with us this evening. At this time, I would ask that Ms. LaMagna review the procedures for tonight's meeting.
Good evening. Agendas are available in the front of the room on the table to my right. All of the exhibits pertaining to items on the agenda are posted on the bulletin board. Please feel free to view the exhibits at any time during tonight's meeting. You are required to fill out a blue form to speak before the Community Redevelopment Agency. The blue forms are located next to Assistant City Clerk, Ms. Allison Brown. You must complete the sections that ask for your name, address, topic of concern, agenda item number, signature, and date. The form must be completed and placed in the designated box. Resolutions under Administrative Item 6 are open for public comments, and you may fill out a blue form to speak when that item is called. All citizens completing a blue form will be allowed to speak for 2.5 minutes. When you approach the lectern, please speak clearly into the microphone and give your full name and address. The 2.5-minute clock on the monitor above and directly in front of you will start running when you begin to speak. Pay close attention to your time. You will be told when your time has expired. Disorderly conduct in the public meeting of the City Commission. Article 2, Section 6238 of the City Code of Ordinances reads as follows. It shall be unlawful for any person to behave in a riotous or disorderly manner in any public meeting of the City Commission, or any committee, agency, or board thereof, or to cause any unnecessary disturbances therein by force, shouting, or any other action calculated to disrupt such meeting, or to refuse to obey any ruling of the presiding officer or such meeting relative to the orderly process thereof. All conversation must take place either at the lectern or on the dais so that everyone can hear the business being discussed tonight.
Ms. LaMagna, may we have a roll call?
Commissioner May?
Present.
Commissioner Gilliland?
Here.
Commissioner Henry?
Here.
Commissioner Reed?
Here.
Commissioner Traeger?
Here.
Commissioner Delgado?
Here.
Mayor Derek L. Henry.
Here. We will now have our invocation led by Commissioner Traeger, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Delgado.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for watching over us during Hurricane Dorian. Please take care of the people in the Bahamas who suffered so greatly and keep us from harm. We ask for your blessing on our meeting. Give us the wisdom to do what is best for our city. Bless our first responders, our police force, our fire, and all the ones who watch over us overseas and here. Thank you. God bless.
Bam.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now move on to item number 4, which is approval of the minutes of the June 19, 2019 business meeting of the Community Redevelopment Agency.
So move.
Second. We have a motion from Commissioner Traeger and a second from Commissioner Gilliland. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those in opposition, same sign. Motion carries 7-0. We'll now move on to our agenda approval.
No changes.
No changes from the manager? Okay.
Second.
No changes. All those in favor? We have a motion and a second. Motion from Commissioner Gilliland, second from Commissioner Reed. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those in opposition, same motion. Motion carries 7-0.
We'll now move on to item number 6, which is the administrative items. Item number 6A is the Budget Division Fiscal Year 2019-20 Tentative Budget for the Community Redevelopment Agency Resolution. A resolution tentatively adopting the budget for the fiscal year October 1st, 2019 to September 30th, 2020 for the Community Redevelopment Agency, prescribing the net sources of revenue in an estimated amount of $9,690,281, setting forth operating expenditures, transfers, and capital expenditures in the amount of $9,690,281 and providing an effective date.
So move.
We have a motion from Commissioner Traeger and a second from Commissioner Gilliland. Do we have any speakers?
I do have a speaker, Mr. Mayor, Mr. John Nicholson.
John Nicholson, 413 North Grandview Avenue. A couple of questions. One, as for the budget, very limited one sheet of paper on the budget. It says here 2.6 million piece of property was sold, or properties. I'd like clarification on what properties we had that we sold. I don't believe it's the house on Grandview. Secondly, 3.5 million is put aside for acquisition of properties. Are we buying additional properties along International for the roundabout and the widening of the road? Or is this the $3 million that we paid for the 3 properties that already existed that we now own? Also, there was no individual salaries. I'd like to know, are we getting back our project manager? It's been over 10 years. Main Street needs help. Everybody knows that. The city, the county did a survey on A1A, what needs to be done. Of course, we didn't pay them any mind, but they, as a county, recognizes there's a need to spruce up A1A, there's a need for Main Street, and we are doing nothing about it. We absolutely need a project manager. Downtown has, 4 groups that help run downtown? The big one is the DDA, and there are advertisement. We don't have anything like that on Beachside. The city is not providing the support. They said we would have this change, so we're going to take driving off the beach for a mile. You'll see all these new hotels. They're not there yet, and it's been 25, 30 years. We need help, because once we close that approach, the boardwalk died. The cars that were parked in the front are no longer there. Within 6 months of closing that approach, we lost 6 businesses on Main Street. Jim thinks there's a lot of traffic walking up and down Main Street. Go ask any of the business owners. It's only there twice a year, and at night on New Year's Eve. They need help. We closed it. We caused the problem. It is the city's responsibility to make Main Street whole and help those businesses and the entire area. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
May I address that?
feel free.
Mr. Nichols? I just wanted to take a moment to address that. Thank you for bringing that up. So for the past while, we have been working with Main Street. One of the things that we're working on right now is to bring back a Christmas parade on Main Street, a Christmas event on Main Street, which the city is co-sponsoring with the businesses down there. Also, as we have been doing cleanups in that area, especially Main Street, we noticed some things, and so we're addressing those. And that'll be something simple, right? The cigarette butts. We're actually addressing what we can do as a city to help with that. We are planning another zone cleanup in that area. We met with merchants, and we found out what they wanted. They wanted simple things like A-frames, signs, permitting. Those are the kinds of issues that they had, and those are the things that we're addressing right now. So maybe in a month, I'd be happy to give you an update on that. But the city has been actively working toward working with the Main Street merchants. It's been very good, actually. So hopefully you'll see a change in the next few months. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Mayor. Yeah, he brought up a question about the $3 million for capital. We do have some plans. There are some negotiations that we'll probably get into this next year on capital expansions in the Main Street area. And that'll really create the opportunity for further investment by the private sector in some of those areas.
Capital or property?
Property.
And just one more thing, just to point that out to you again. We recognize that we did not actually have signs that said Main Street this way. We did not know we did not have that. We've noticed that. And so now we're in the, Mr. Chisholm, would you agree? We're in the process
Yes.
of correcting that, where Main Street this way, a wayfinding sign, would actually go on the mainland to direct people to both the beach, which is interesting, and Main Street. So hopefully that helps put your mind at ease a little bit. All right? Thank you.
I have one additional speaker, Mr. Mayor, Ms. Marjorie Johnson.
Marjorie Johnson, 122 South Peach Street. I have many concerns, too, in my neighborhood. I'm concerned about the fact that you have been approached many times about diversification of the workforce, and many accounts left. So I want to know tonight, what have you all done to replace the person that is supposed to take that position? And a lot of you got elected, especially you, Mayor Derrick Henry. We had 3 to 4 blacks working here at City Hall under Charles Cherry's and Scarlett Golden's tenure. Now we're down to one department head. So I want to know tonight, what are you doing to diversify our workforce as far as replacing the position that Emory Counts had here in this city? That is a position that is very much needed, and we need to replace someone with qualifications such as the one that he had. Also, there is a need to repair many streets. I'm concerned about the capital expenses too, because we have a redevelopment board, but there are many streets in Midtown that have not been redeveloped. If you go in front of Bethune-Cookman University and just ride down that street, or the lumps in the road, it's all cracked out. We have people here from my zone who, and you too, Mayor Henry, have been here for many, many years, since 2012, and you before that. And there's a need to repair many of these streets in Midtown and in my neighborhood, and that's not being addressed. And when they did Orange Avenue, a lot of people didn't realize that the county on the top of the road and the city on the infrastructure, it was all cracked up. So I went and got people elected. They gave them the street at $1 million, and that's when Orange Avenue got fixed. Right in front of the mosque there, go down and look at that street, it is in terrible condition. We have people here who are supposed to be represented, but they're not getting their work done. It is your job and your responsibility to fix these streets. We keep paying additional taxes. I've been in my house over 50 years, and I have not seen any improvements. Very, very few. And if it had not been for the county and my getting those people elected, that wouldn't have happened. So tonight, I'd like some answers. What are you going to do? And
Thank you for getting all those people elected. Appreciate your comments tonight. We have a motion. We have a second. Do we have any other questions or comments? Okay. Motion and second. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-0. We'll now have comments from the commission. Is anyone commencing with Commissioner Delgado? You have any comments on?
Nothing for me.
Anyone? Okay. Well, we will convene this meeting at this time, or adjourn this meeting at this time, and we will convene our regularly scheduled meeting in 5 minutes. This meeting is adjourned.